What's up, you crazy kids? Just making a few videos for you guys because I feel like I owe you one or two. This is a 20-minute no increment against player rated 711. And so I'm not going with my normal repertoire. I've gone D4 and I'm going with the London. Let's go classic London. A lot of people play the London. I haven't made any videos about it for an age. So let's get something in. Wife's out at netball, so she's not left me. I get the wedding ring to keep it safe. Okay, Nasko Lastica. And this is that Bulgaria? Bulgaria. Okay. All right, now, are you up for this? Okay, so pawn to e6. Now, the slight downside of this is we've hampered the light squared bishop. Plus side is we've opened up the door to this bishop. However, where is this bishop going to go? Quite often goes there, actually, in the London. So I'm just going to play a normal developing move. I'm in no rush to push. Now, this is not good. This is not good. And the reason why is because this is a normal move in the London. Now, I don't expect my opponent rated 711 to know that, but c3, it comes with a lot of good things. First of all, obviously, it blocks the check. Secondly, it comes with tempo, which means that my opponent now has to spend his next move moving his bishop a second time. Now, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to push pawn to e3. Now, the normal procedure in the London is to drop the bishop back here, where if they take on here, you recapture and open up the h-file. That's perfectly good. I'm using a slightly different approach. I've now got 3 pawns moved forward, and we are looking okay. So, I can stick my knight on e5 if I want, but let's go really principled. Let's go really principled. I'm going to develop my bishop. I want to get my king safe. Then we're going to think about attacking. Yeah? Sound good? Sorted. Okay, knight to d2. So I saved one move by not moving my bishop. And it means that I've captured with my e-pawn and I've captured away from the center, but it also means I've got super duper control over the e5 square. I saw some fella called Magnus do this, and so that's where I picked it up from. Okay, let's get the king to safety. Let's castle. Now, you see, if I stick my knight here, and he wants to trade off, then I can recapture back, so my e-pawn became an f-pawn, and then becomes an e-pawn again. But I don't need to do that right now. Also, actually, if he does take, I take, and then this knight then has to move, because there's a pawn on e5. So, first of all, I'm going to play my rook over to e1. This is generally a good move. Why? Because this is a semi-open file. It has pawns of only one color on the file. There is no white pawn on that file, which means that I am exerting pressure on this file. I might like at some point to shuffle my queen so it's in front of my bishop. And then if this takey run away, then I could threaten actually to come in with checkmate. That's an idea. Good to be thinking about attacking ideas already at this point. Notice, if you will, that I'm one move away from completing development. You know you've completed development when rook A and rook B can see each other, right? My opponent is uno dos moves away from completing development because the rooks cannot see each other. And what is this? Okay, he's having a sniff around. He's spotted an undefended pawn. and he figures that he can just take it. And he's not wrong, you know. Now I can defend with g3, but if takes, I get a knight. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Probably worth it. He has a light squared bishop, so do I. I could actually stick my bishop in here. What else is possible? I can just push the pawn forwards. Then if he takes, I've only got one way to recapture. Interesting. So that's actually it's a decent move. I'm going to push g3. I am. Because I don't think he's going to give up his horse for that. And that's just made the horse look a bit stupid. Like I say, I can always bring my bishop round here to defend these gaps. This is not a problem. And then knight here, at any point if he takes, I take. I've got good control there. And then this knight is never going back to its natural defensive square, which is an important square because he has to defend this pawn. And the reason he has to defend this pawn, the reason it's important, is because this long light diagonal is tasty. So we might have ideas about like knight here, if takes, takes. This knight comes to there. Bang, bang. Put the queen in front of the bishop. Got a plan of attack. How's that for a slice of fried gold? Okay, there we go. And now look at this. Right, this is a closed center. But here's what's important. My bishop is on this side. So if we highlight this, right, in orange, my bishop is on this side, and where's it pointing? On the opponent's side of the board, right next to Mr. King. Okay, what about black's light squared bishop? Oh no, it's on the wrong side of the Massif Central. This is not good. The bishop cannot get out. It is stuck. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe knight here, but drop bishop back, queen here, something like this. Okay, now this move does nothing to prevent my idea. In fact, it walks right into it. If I stick my knight there, it will be defended by the queen only. Alternatively, I could push my pawn to f4 with tempo, hitting the queen. And where can the queen go? She can't actually go here because my queen is guarding that space. She can't go there, right? My pawn's on here. She can't stay where she is. She can't take the pawn. She can't go there. She can't go there. So it's a case of retreation. Retreat for the queen. Right, she's got 1, 2, 3 squares to go to. So do we want to do this? Do we want to do this? Or if I attack with knight, bring my bishop back, stick my queen here. If I attack with knight, how many squares has she got? She can come here. Sod it, let's do the pawn. Let's do the pawn. I like the fact this knight is now trapped as well. In fact, the queen has to defend the knight. Was that the whole point of that move? Yeah. I didn't even spot that. My queen was attacking this knight. In my previous game against somebody rated 1000, I forgot that he was attacking my knight with his pawn. Happens. And what's more, if I do take that knight, I'm threatening mate. So that will pretty much force the move g6. Okay, so the queen has come now to the only square, really, where she can continue to defend the horse. This makes perfect sense. She's also defending h7. So I'm going to bring my knight in here, thinking maybe knight to g5, and then I can just actually go and bang that pawn out. Yeah? That does nothing. In fact, you've just put another pawn on a light square, and that means that this bishop here is going, thanks a load, right? This bishop has got nothing right now, and my bishop is just dipped in sequins, man. Having a great time. Now, bishops' fortunes can change, of course. If I attack the knight with my pawn, what happens? You can take this one. Okay. If I stick my queen there, or if I stick my rook back on f1, now that Freddie's decided to become an adventurer, I'm going on an adventure. Then I attack the knight. The knight cannot take this pawn. I just need to defend the f pawn. Okay, I mean, we got a free pawn. We do have a free pawn. Let's grab it with check. There's only one legal move. King has to go in the corner. Eh? And then I can just drop back. I might drop all the way back to c2 so that I can stick my queen in front of the bishop. Oh, well, that's not the smartest move in the box. No, it's not at all, mate. It's not at all. I take queen. You go there. And it's all going to end in tears. And that, my friends, was just a straight up cluster blunder. Sadly. Now I think it's probably Harry time. Stop. Harry time. Okay. Harry time, and then what I'm going to do is probably move my king out of the way, stick a rook on h1 as the kind of Harry support club. Look at this terrible, terrible bishop. Look at his pawns. Every single one of them, 7 out of 7, all on light squares. That makes this bishop no better than another pawn. That is a 1-point bishop at this point in time. It's trying to improve its ideas. Okay, I'm going to stick my king on a dark square just to make sure that this bishop has got no fancy ideas about coming after me and giving me grief. I think maybe sticking my queen here is a very good idea. Right now this rook is trapped and I don't really want this pawn to move forward. So queen here. Line up a rook or two, push the pawn up the board. No great problems. I never really know what to do, you know, and I'm playing somebody several hundred points lower rate. I know some people moan at me. They say, oh, it's not so good when you play somebody, you know, just, you know, pull their pants down and give them the spanking. But the thing is, I'm trying to make material as well to help lower rated players. And I don't know. No, maybe. You guys tell me. You guys, do you learn anything from something like this? Also notice now this pawn is pinned, right? So if I push up, he can't take. He can't take there at all. So I'm threatening to take. I might take or take and just stick my queen here. Come into there with mate. Something like that. I'm not even concerned about this. I mean, my material superiority is so great now. And that now the king should actually... Nope. That's mate. Isn't it? Yeah, he can't retreat. So the king now cannot escape. I believe now he has to lift his rook. But still, queen there is mate. I think it's mate on the next move. I can also go here and that's mate as well. So I've got 2 mates here. Cool, look at me. Billy 2 mates. Good stuff. Oh. Is someone returning? Is it daughter from netball training or is it wife from netball game? Probably wife from netball game. Anyway, we'll get this one wrapped up. And I'll get it uploaded for you guys. Anyway, so dogs are going to go nuts. Oh, has he moved? Oh, he's moved. Okay. Well, there you go. That's checkmate. Thank you very much. So, what did he do wrong? What did he do wrong? Brought the bit. I mean, this was not fantastic because it loses tempo, loses time. Here, this is okay. Takes. All right. So far, it's fine. White's slightly better. Knight comes out. That's fine. Bishop to here. That's fine. Castles developing. Good. This is all good. This move, I think, you know, what he needs to be thinking about is long term, how is this bishop going to get out in the board? Because as we saw, he stuck all his pawns on light squares and this bishop never got out. So, you know, think about getting the queen out, get the bishop out, have a plan. How's this bishop going to get out into the board, yeah? Okay, so I now just improve my rook. I'm plus 1.1 here. And this is definitely weakening. So it's 1.7 now. You know, he's put his knight on the rim where it's only even looking at maximum 4 squares. Whereas a knight, if it's in the middle, can look at up to 8 squares. So, yeah, he's looking at that pawn now. I defend the pawn. So what are you doing, knight? What's the idea? Were you really going to trade yourself for that pawn? No. And here we go, pawn moves. Far too many pawn moves. Knight comes into the middle, plus 2.7 now. He has to take, I recapture. Queen comes out. Hit the queen. Now, I didn't like this move. Because, ooh, there's a tactic. Yeah, you see this pawn here? It's in an absolute pin. He could have grabbed that pawn. So that was a silly move by yours truly. Absolutely. Better move, rook f1. Then I could have done it. Or king h1 to get out of the pin. Or pawn to h4, hitting the queen. That's fine. Could have done that one. This one was a blundery move. Not too smart, but this is what happens. You play low-rated opponents. Okay. So here, yeah, so he should have taken, but he didn't. My knight now comes in, improves. I come in again. And now I'm just threatening h7. So now he has to push g6. Really, f5 is also playable, but I have an en passant there. He doesn't do that. He goes here. Now here, king h8, and he's still kind of in the game. The move he played, queen takes. There were 2 legal moves, but that one was just really bad. And he drops all his stuff. Okay. And now it's just Harry time. Get the king out the way, line up a rook, and there's no way of stopping that. And there you go, checkmate. So there you go. Relatively straightforward win in the London system. First one in quite a while. Let me know what you think. Do you want to see me beat up lower rated players, or would you just rather I stuck to picking on people my own size? Okay, thanks for watching. See you later.